season alone, two pretty significant NBA superstars. LeBron James, after several years in Miami, went back to Cleveland. And more recently, Kevin Garnett, after going to Boston and then to Brooklyn, went back to Minnesota. Na by the way, naiyak ako. I love you so much, Kevin Garnett. Kung nanonood ka, hi. Hi, young fella. Let's talk about loyalty in sports and whether or not it still exists in this day and age. Because dati, you have the Jordans, you have the Larry Birds na would stay in their teams for halos their entire career. I mean, except for Jordan, sige fine, nag-Washington siya sandali, mga ganon. Pero I mean, for the most part, he stayed where he was. And Larry Bird as well.
Magic Johnson.
Magic Johnson.
We still have Kobe, Duncan.
Yes.
Although, Dirk, syempre si Duncan medyo, there was a time he almost left, same thing with Kobe, but you know, they've stuck with their franchises. I mean, it's been great. John Stockton rin, but for me, I like seeing those guys be with one franchise again. I really enjoyed, as you said, Kevin Garnett coming back. I'm not a huge Garnett fan, but that tribute, the fan with his shirt off with the
yes, that was cute.
Like wow. And Garnett's not a guy who gets emotional about these things, but even he was really touched. And it's nice. I like seeing teams loyal to their players and vice versa. Because NBA is a business. If you're no use for the team, they just trade you. Even the PBA or any sport.
Especially if you're a coach in the PBA.
Exactly. Pag wala, that's it. There's no loyalty really. But these guys, they've shown great loyalty, and you know, I like it.
Do you respect those who stay more than those who na nagpapaligaw sa pera, ganyan?
In the end, I don't mind because they know it's a business decision and they have to look out for what's best for their family. If they know the team's not gonna take care of them anymore, I mean, you have to do what's best for you because you can't just keep doing that. But for the guys who are established na, like Kobe, he could have easily left the Lakers, and I just remember reading people call him selfish, and maybe I'm guilty of that sometimes, but he said, you know, I gave up a lot of MVP scoring titles to play with Shaq because I wanted to win. I didn't see eye to eye with Phil Jackson at that time. I stayed with the Lakers through everything, and I could have left, but he didn't. And you know, when you hear that, you appreciate a guy like that.
True. Ren.
Yeah.
You played for San Beda when you were in high school.
Naku, oo nga.
Grade school to high school.
Grade school to high school. Okay. Was there any chance at all na magsa-San Beda ka dapat nung college? Zero chance.
Kaya mo yan. Medyo matagal na yun rin.
I think naka-get over na mga schoolmates mo.
Pwede ka na mag-open up. Sige.
Hindi, kasi ever since naman na nasa Red Cubs ako, I was like, pag dumadaan kami talaga sa Lasal, parang lahat kami, everybody na sa Red Cubs wants to go to Lasal talaga. Medyo napadali sa akin kasi nirecruit niya ako na Lasal.
Kasi magaling ka.
Medyo.
So, yun, natuloy nga, napunta ako sa Lasal kasi punong-puno yung nung San Beda Red Lions.
Ang kasalanan nila. Kaya walang red nito doon.
Punong-puno sila. So, tsaka maganda yung welcome sa akin sa Lasal, of course.
Sure.
Sobrang warm.
Imagine mo kung nag-Ateneo ka. Baka nagka-building no Recuaro. Hindi ka kayo dumadaan ng Katipunan eh.
No, I mean, okay, I asked Ren because it's so easy for us to say na, okay, you build roots in a team, you build roots in a city, or in your case, in a school, but there are so many factors eh.
Oo.
Diba? Tito Miko, how do you feel about players who have, ngayon, sobrang minority na yung mga Kobe, yung mga Duncan, na talagang nagsistay, mga Dirk, ganyan. But who else can you think of? Everyone else leaves and just,
Tyson Chandler, bumalik sa Mavs.
Yeah, he also came home. He's my stallion, love him.
Well, I remember when I was being recruited by to join the Cop Arts department. I think loyalty for me, the common concept of loyalty is, you know, a person being loyal to an organization. I think loyalty is more of a complex situation wherein dapat yan, factors fall into place. Na dapat, if the individual wants to be loyal to the organization have to show that individual player na, yeah, we have earned your loyalty to us. How? You know, the proper compensation, a good salary package, great working environment, para talagang magkaroon ng situation we're in, you will foster that concept of loyalty.
This is a very good point because the person that comes to mind, yung pag sinasabi mo to, yung Pau Gasol, kunyari, di ba? LA treated him like crap. I'm sure if they treated him a little better, he would have stayed.
Yun niya.
But he still stayed with them for a very long
Yeah.
time despite everything. Every
Yes.
year, trade rumor, trade deadline.
Sobrang
But I also
kawawa.
think the player has to be good. Kasi gusto mo maging loyal.
Eh, hindi ka naman magaling.
Totoo
Gusto
yan.
ka na be loyal. Huwag ka na maging loyal. Lilipat ka na.
It's just interesting that three of the guys we mentioned, Kobe, Garnett, LeBron, they're all from high school. So basically, they grew up in those cities.
Yeah.
They're not really from that city except for LeBron, who's really from Ohio. But yung iba, parang they grew up there. Kaya siguro may roots sila.
Basta sa akin, loyalty is a situation, is a situation created by good situations. Meaning, kung maganda yung pagpapatakbo ng team, and then maganda yung relationship with the player, even if there are other teams courting that player, might even be offering more money, but if the player, maganda yung inaalagaan siya, alaga siya, and then, he's not really exactly looking for like an extra, I don't know, whatever, $10 million, happy na siya dun sa team niya, then he will be loyal. Okay? But again, hindi to parang blind loyalty na, I want to be a Laker for life.
Teka lang,
Correct.
extra $10 million?
Hindi kunwari lang. Sa atin malaki yun. Baka sa kanila pwede. Pwede kasi, I'm an NBA superstar. Okay lang, yung extra na yung binibigay sa akin ng isang team, mababawi ko naman sa endorsements ko yun. So I'll just stay with this one kasi I like the coach, I like the management,
Your teammates.
I love the city, so I'll stay here. But that's only because maganda yung scenario.
Yeah.
But there are also only a few na when they say take those discounts, mga Duncan and Dirk, yung mga, that's when I'm like, okay, they're for real talaga. And they really restructured their contracts just to get better players. Kasi yung iba puro ganun, pero they still want the max salary. They're not gonna play for less pa rin. But so it's up to the team naman, di ba?
I will never have an issue against an NBA player who wants max,
for sure.
who wants out for a better compensation package. No, because trabaho to it's work. Okay, so there are exceptions to the rule. There are certain situations wherein players will take a pay cut kasi they want but then may rin yan. Even if let's say on paper pay cut, pero may mga bonus.
So under the table yung NBA.
No, I will not call it.
PBA?
I will not call it under the table. I will not call it under the table. But there are other ways for them to generate that income through bonuses. Kasi may mga
Sure.
may complex bonus schemes din yan. And then maybe through other product endorsements and other things that they're
Parang
doing.
pag 19,988 na si Dirk, pag 20,000 may 10 million siya.
May ganun talaga.
Lang mas na.
May ganun. Or maybe even their families love the city too much.
Oo, malamang yung asawa.
That's a factor.
Definitely.
Sino ba yung ayaw Steve Nash ba yun? Or somebody didn't want to go too far to relocate yung Derek Fisher.
Oh, because kasi yung doon
May sakit.
yung anak
A
niya.
lot of these.
May ganun factor yun. That's why loyalty for me, it's a complex ecosystem yan. Hindi yan yung basta, kasi loyal ako sa LA or loyal ako sa
Sa
Chicago.
coaches, meron ba?
Yeah.
I think it's the same thing. I
Mga
think
Phil
it's the same.
Jackson.
Kaya, coach, I love my players, I love the city. Kaya lang yung owner, hindi ko kasundo. O kaya let's say sa PBA, Alvin Patrimonio, lifetime Pure Foods player.
Yep.
But he could have transferred.
Yes.
Pepsi gave him the biggest offer, contract offer, but he didn't transfer kasi minatch ng Pure Foods yun. The narrative would have been different
Yes.
if hindi minatch ng Pure Foods. Like I said, that's why loyalty, dapat yan,
Just
two-way
mo si
yan.
Danny Ay, we thought the same thing.
Yeah.
But somebody was at fault.
I'm pretty sure Danny Siegel, Danny Ay, Olsen, Don,
Yeah, they would have loved.
would have loved to retire as San
Yes.
Miguel Beer,
Yes.
pero hindi I mean, there are factors na hindi magtutugma and it doesn't happen. But that doesn't mean that they were not loyal. They would have
Agree.
wanted to, I'm
Yes.
sure. Diba?
Jimmy Players dream.
Jimmy
And
Alonso.
I like that I think now Filipino sports fans are less closed-minded na they don't anymore attack the player
Yeah.
for leaving kasi medyo naiintindihan na nila.
Yeah.
I
NBA
say
hindi,
this.
nag-attack pa rin.
Nag-attack sila talaga.
Kasi hometown talaga sila yun.
I say this because I'm thinking of the Mustre Bolek situation ng Kasal. I mean, I didn't see anyone say, ang kapal na mukha niya umalis.
Kasi hindi naman sila star eh.
Bakit nga si Lopez dahil walang playing time?
Hindi, binaba sila sa Team B.
Ah,
Diba?
binaba
I mean,
sila
yeah.
sa
I mean, the fans understood that. Diba? Doon ako natutuwa sa Pinoy fan. At least hindi na sila as close-minded as
Kasi hindi
before.
sila star. Pag lumipat si Jeron Teng sa Ateneo,
Bakit
tingnan mo
lumipat
to,
si
eh.
Jeron Teng sa
I'm just saying,
Ateneo?
if something like that happens, for sure.
Maybe we should have like a
Ibig
BJ
sabihin,
Manalo
malaki-laki
episode.
offer.
So, yung BJ Manalo,
Kuya kaba na nito, guys!
BJ Manalo went to a lot.
Yes, he did.
For sure.
Indeed, he did. good. It's too long, guys.
Okay.
Just how I like it. I mean, the episodes, I like them when they're meaty and long and stuff. But if you have thoughts as well on team loyalty, player loyalty in sports in general, why don't you tweet us our thoughts at @upper_B, and don't forget to follow Buhay Basket on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Bakit mo hindi 1 saglit? Bakit?